Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is gonna be, finally, episode number 5 of the Nickel Hunt and Fill series for the channel. And man, I apologize to everybody who's been anticipating another episode of Nickels, because it has been difficult for me to get a circulated box. I was on a string of probably 7 or 8 uncirculated boxes in a row. So that's really no help for the hunt on these albums right here. But we finally have got another box of circulated Nickels. Although I will say that most of these actually seem to look like they are on the fairly newer side of things. So we'll just have to see how this box is once we get into these rolls. So we are also trying to fill these albums in as few boxes as possible. It's probably going to take a while, though, especially to find some of our key dates, like the 1950D. But as well as trying to fill the albums, we're going to be looking for any kind of errors, such as double dyes, die cracks, or grease strikes, anything like that. And also foreign, and hopefully some silver, wartime nickels in here. Maybe a buffalo, or even a V-nickel, who knows. But we are going to get this episode started, and I am going to start by opening roll number 1, and let's hope there's something in there. I'll be back to show you if there is. Our first find is going to come out of roll number 2, and it's going to be a 1957, and that is a Denver. So 150s so far. Roll number 3. We're going to have our second 50s. We have a 1953. And that's going to be a Philadelphia example. Alrighty. Well, roll number 7 is going to give us our first 40s find for this hunt. And it's going to be a 1949. And that's out of Philadelphia. Alrighty. Alright, just finished up roll number 8. And we're going to have a 1958 with some flattened rim damage right there. And that's going to be a Denver. Alrighty. That makes 3 for the 50s so far. Just finished roll number 9. And we're going to have another 1958. And that is going to be another Denver. That's going to make 2 for the hunt so far. 58 Denvers. Just going through the second half of roll number 11, and I came across the 1946 here. So we can give it the flip and see what the date is, or the mint mark, I'm sorry. And you can see that 46, you can barely see it, it's pretty worn. What are we going to have? Oh, that's going to be a San Francisco, I think. Put it under the scope quick. Yeah, it's flattened down pretty good, but that is definitely a San Francisco. That's awesome, because the San Francisco has a mintage of just over 13.2 million, I believe. And that would put this just outside of the semi-key date range. But that's awesome. That's a book filler for sure. So, we have at least one new spot in the book filled. Very next roll, roll number 12. I already flipped this one, so I already know what the date is. But we definitely have an older looking reverse here. And it's going to be a Philadelphia. And we have a 1954. That'll be the first 54, I believe, for this hunt. And then we also had an older looking one back here. Where is it? Oh, that's it. Yep. 1953. And we can flip that one. And that's going to be a Philadelphia as well. All right. Well, let's see, is there anything else older looking in this roll? Not really. No. Alright, if there's anything else, I'll be back to share it with you. Alright guys, I bring you back in roll number 19. Just pretty much just starting to roll here. And I have a 2023 nickel, which has an oddity. If I can get it to come up, there we go. We have a die clash on this 2023. So I'll throw it under my scope so you guys can see it better. And you can see it right there underneath the Monticello building. You have Jefferson's eyes and part of his, I guess this would be like the part of his hairline right here from the obverse, and also inside here, coming up off of this section of, I guess, I don't know if that's windows or pillars, what they are right there, but this could be the DDR number 45 as well. And I have it pulled up here on eBay, and they typically sell anywhere from like $5 to $15 or so on average. But this is the second one of these that I found, and that is pretty cool. You flip it over, and you can actually see a little bit of the clashing going across Jefferson's eyes there, and the nose as well, right here in a line, and then it comes off of his hairline right here a little bit. But yeah, that's awesome. That one's a slightly later stage than the first one that I found, but love to have it. And then also in this roll, I saw that we have a pretty nice looking nickel right here that is pre-1960s. Oh, I just knocked it down. It's going to be a 1959, it looks like. Oh yeah. And that thing is beautiful. What do we got? That's going to be a Denver. So we can actually check that for RPM as well. And I am not seeing it on that one. But very nice example. This might be an upgrader for the book. Pretty cool. All right. We'll see if there's anything else in here. And if there is, I'll share it. Roll number 24. And we're going to have another 1958. And that's going to be another Denver. I believe that makes 3 now for this box. Well, roll 25, guys. I bring you in because I have another 2023 under my scope. And we're going to have another die clash. You can see it really good there. Actually, this one's an earlier stage. You can see those eyes much better underneath Monticello. Unfortunately, though, this one looks like it was on a sidewalk or in a parking lot for a short time. It's got some damage to it, some toning, scratches, but I'll still take it for sure. Nice. Roll number 30, and we're going to have some silver in this box. This is how I found it. Obverse facing, 1944. So let's see what the mint mark is. Philadelphia. Tell you what, that really doesn't have the silver look to it. Can't really tell off the edge either. But, yeah. Wartime silver nickel. We'll take it. Awesome. And then I saw something else that looked a little older in this roll as well. So let's pull them down. And what do we have? What is this? That's going to be another one. That's Philadelphia as well. Huh. 2 wartime silver nickels in this roll, guys. And they're both 44 Phillies. Holy crap. Didn't think that was going to happen. Roll 32 is going to give us our 4th, 1958, out of Denver. Quite a few of them stacking up. Alrighty. Roll number 34, 3 coins from the end here, and we have a 1940. So we can give it the flip and see what the mint mark is. We have San Francisco. All right, nice to see San Francisco minted nickels. Very next roll, roll number 35. We have a 1941, and that's going to be a Philadelphia. Alrighty. Roll number 36, and we're going to have a 1946 obverse facing right here, and we can give it the flip, and that's going to be a Philadelphia. Alright. And there's also something else looking old in this roll as well, right here. Let's see what this is. Okay, 1976. Nothing old. Alrighty. Just hunted roll number 39, and we're going to have a 1957, and that's going to be out of Denver. And I also pulled out of roll 39 yet another 2023 Die Clash nickel. You can see Jefferson's eyes again right there under Monticello. Under the building, the steps, and on the left side of the steps you can also see another eye. So, wow. Three Die Clashes in this box. There, you can even see it without it being under the scope, if it wants to focus. Right there. Pretty cool. Roll number 40. And we're going to have a 1941 that actually looks like it's in pretty darn good shape right here. Yeah, there's some original mint luster left on that. I hope this thing has a mint mark. Oh, unfortunately it doesn't, but wow. Let me put that under the scope quick. Look at that. There's actually a step or two. Maybe not full, but yeah, that's not bad. That's in pretty good condition for being a 1941. I'll definitely take that. Pretty sweet. Same roll number 40, and we're going to have another 1941 and another Philadelphia, not in near as good a condition. Roll number 41 is going to surrender a 1949 Jefferson nickel here from Philadelphia. Not bad. It's in pretty decent shape, too. Liking these 40s. Roll 42, and we're going to have yet another 1958. And let's give it a flip. And, oh, wow, this time we have a 1958 Philadelphia. That is a much tougher find. And, yeah, glad we have it. That's pretty sweet. Move on to roll number 43. Roll number 43 is going to give us 3 finds, and they're all going to be older Jeffersons. First one here being a 1941, so that's another 41 Philly. Second one being our oldest of the box so far, a pretty beat up, 1939, and it is a Philadelphia, and not the double die reverse. So, good to have that though, oldest for the box. And then, third find for the roll, it's going to be a 1954, and that's out of San Francisco. So, not bad. Another S-minted nickel. We'll take them. Roll number 48, and it's going to give us a 1948, and that is going to be out of Philadelphia. 2 rolls to go. Roll 49 is going to give us 2 more 50s finds. And our first one is going to be a 1957 out of Denver. And then our second is going to be a 1954 also out of Denver. Alrighty. 1 roll to go. Alright, so roll number 50 didn't contain any finds in it, but we finished the box out here with a fairly good amount, I guess kind of average amount of finds for the box and for this hunt. I'm going to say we have 31 total finds that I have to show you here on the desk, and we'll just start right up here with this guy being the 1939, oldest in the box, and then we're going to have a total of 12 1940s, 10 of them being right here. And one is going to be a book filler in 1946 San Francisco. And also there might be a couple, 1 or 2 other book fillers. I'm not 100%. We'll just have to see here at the end when I get all the coins plugged in and upgraded if we have any upgrades for the coins that we have slotted. And we'll move on then to the 1950s, which we're going to have 13 of. Mostly being, or a good amount here being 1958 Denvers. We did get one harder to find, 1958 Philadelphia. So that's pretty cool. And let's see, we can move down then. We did find one grungy 2009 Denver. nickel here. It's in horrible condition, but it is a find for the hunt. And we had, as far as errors go, 3 2023 Philadelphia die clashes here that we were able to pull out of this this box. You can kind of see it right below the steps in Monticello on that one. Some are in better shape than others. I have one here that was possibly in a parking lot or on a sidewalk and got stepped on or something a few times. But still a die clash. Still glad to have it. And then we were able to pull 2 silvers, and both of them strangely being in the same roll. And also both being the same date and mint mark. 1944 Philadelphia. It's pretty wild, but it's awesome to find silver in a box of nickels. I'll definitely take them. So I'm going to get the albums out and get our 46 San Francisco plugged in, and also see if we have any other additions or upgrades. So I'll be right back once I do that. Alright guys, I got the albums laid out here after plugging in our additions and upgrades, and we are actually going to have 3 additions for this episode. So that's pretty good. 1946 is our first one right there, the San Francisco that we found. And then we're going to have a 1954 San Francisco right here, which is pretty cool because that's 2 S-minted Jefferson nickels for this episode. And definitely can't complain about that. And then a slightly tougher date, 1958 Philadelphia we added. And then we also had 2 upgrades for this episode. And that 1941 with a little bit of mint luster left on it, that one definitely upgraded the old one that we had in there. So that one's a much better example. And then also we had the 1959 Denver right here, which looks like it's possibly out of a mint set, because it is in excellent condition, and I don't think we're going to find one much nicer than that. So that is a great addition, or a great upgrade for the albums, and that's going to put us up to 125 spots out of our possible 190 for these Jefferson albums. So after only 5 boxes, these albums are starting to look pretty darn good already. And we're starting to get some fairly good examples and some really nice examples in here. So we'll have to see what the next episode will bring us. But I'm hoping that's going to be very soon, because I have 2 boxes of nickels on order at my bank that I'm just waiting for them to come in. And hopefully that's going to be this Friday. So books are starting to look pretty good. And if you guys are liking these episodes and this Nickel Hunt and Fill series, please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to stay notified when my new episodes get released. And if you guys like the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.